Welcome to the stream, y'all. I know I just had to do a little setup or whatever, but we all good now. You see the title of the stream, man. We're going to be going through my weekly reads, of course, the books that I read since the last time I streamed. You know what I'm saying? Weekly reads. We're gonna be doing those, and then we're gonna do a mini haul. I'm gonna show you some of the books I recently bought. I literally bought some books today, and the box of books that we ordered online together came in the other day, so we're gonna be getting into those books. I'm gonna show you those off, and then we're gonna be getting into some games. Got a couple demos that I want to play, a couple horror demos, and then I got some other games that I possibly want to play. And who knows, one of the homies might jump on and we end up playing something crazy. We don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But in the meantime, let's jump into these weekly reads, man. I've read quite a few. I didn't realize how many I read until I started putting them all together. Like seeing that I got home from just traveling and stuff, saw the stack of weekly reads that I did read. I read quite a bit, so let's get into this, man. I read like 4 or 5 today, which is cool. But let's get right into this one right here. The Exterminator. This is issue number 3, man. This is starting to get a little interesting, man. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next couple issues. I'm interested in this though. And for a while, I thought it was slowing down. Well, I can't say slow down. From issue 1 and 2, I was like, I don't know, but I ended up buying issue 3, which is this one right here, and I ended up checking it out, and I'm getting pretty interested in what's going on, man. I'm trying to see if how crazy these bugs are gonna get. Obviously, in the picture right here, you see a kid eating cereal with a bug on the spoon. So are they gonna get overran by the bugs? I have no idea. I'm curious about this. I think I have issue 4, so I'm gonna know about it soon. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on. Following that, one that I read today. Listen, actually, I read both of these today. Space Ghost number 12. Space Ghost number 12, which is the first volume of Space Ghost, and then the Space Ghost number 1 annual. These two right here are great. Let me move my camera over real quick. There we go. These two, really fun. Focus. There you go. These 2 books are really dope. I don't know why Space Ghost isn't a movie yet. We have all these other superhero movies that people already know who the superhero is, but we don't have a Space Ghost movie. Why not? Space Ghost is pretty dope. This run of Space Ghost is really fun and cool. If you're looking for something, I can't say necessarily new, because if you know about Space Ghost, you know he's been around for a while. But this is actually pretty dope, bro. This is actually really dope. The only issue I have with Space Ghost, I will say this is the only issue I have. It seems to jump around a lot, like the series itself. Like as far as like an issue, they try to like really it seems like they rush the issue sometimes. And you know, issue 12, I feel like volume 1 was just rushed in general, but rushed to the point to where it's like still entertaining. It's weird, because usually when a comic book feel like kind of constrained or rushed, it's not necessarily it's not entertaining all the time. But the artwork and the storyline is pretty good. It seems like they fighting like someone they accomplishing a mission each issue, and not necessarily while it's spread across a bigger storyline overall. But at the same time, man, doing a great job. I like Space Ghost. I recommend people check Space Ghost out. This is really fun, man. I'm excited about it. They better start volume 2. Actually, they already started volume 2 of Space Ghost. I already bought some of them, but I just had to finish volume 1. I read all of them to 11, and then I got 12, which is this one. I got the last one, and I kind of just like didn't read it anymore. I don't know why. I had so many other books to read, and I just kind of lost track of time and realized that I had 12 already and I need to read it. So I ended up reading it, and I'm excited about it. They got me all the way into the first arc of the storyline of Space Ghost, and that's when you read the annual number 1 to set up the next arc in the series, the volume 2 series that is happening as we speak. So I'm looking forward to that. I read those 2 today. That was fun. Following that, listen, we talked about this a little bit on here. Listen, Species. This series, y'all. This series. Let me show y'all one by one. Species. I talked a little bit about this because I've been collecting a lot of comic books that are related to horror movies because I love horror movies. So horror movies, horror comic books, it's my thing, you know what I'm saying? And Species is exactly that. This is based off of a horror movie. This is a horror movie adaptation. And a really good one, actually. It's damn near the movie, okay? It's damn near the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, you can go check it out on Amazon. It's free. Amazon Prime. That's how I watched it. It's like 4 Species movies, 4 to 5, something like that. And 3 Species comic book series, 3 separate ones. So I'm starting on the next one actually relatively soon. That's in my next read. I'll be reading the next run of Species, but these are really good, yo. The alien is trying to get pregnant so she can have a kid, and then the species is overran by aliens, and you see her transform. If you've seen the movie, then you read the comic book. You know, I see why this was made into a movie. It's really interesting. I still highly recommend reading the comic book, even though it's pretty much the movie, damn near. You know what I'm saying? But it's always fun just to check out even just the smallest little details of what they might have missed. They didn't really add too much. They didn't really have a lot of details in the comic book that wasn't in the movie. So if you've seen the movie, like I said, you read the comic book, but it's just cool to me. I enjoy seeing 2 different medias really portray the same storyline in that sense of just like how they do it, what did they choose to show and what they didn't, you know what I mean? Like I like seeing stuff like that. Just a movie nerd, horror movie nerd thing like that. Following that though, one book that I'm super excited about, you know what I'm saying? We finally got our hands on Shadow Man #2. Shadow Man, this is getting good, y'all. This is getting pretty good. I'm interested in the storyline here. You got Jack that is I can't at this point I don't even know if it's Jack though. That's what's crazy about it. Jack Boniface is the original the Shadow Man that has been the longest run Shadow Man. I mean the longest running Shadow Man character that's been going through this. He's been Shadow Man for like I think 3 to 4 volumes now. But in this one, I don't know if that is Shadow Man anymore. He's actually looking for Jack, which is weird. You know what I mean? He's looking for Jack while hoping a detective solve a murder from a serial killer in town named Mr. Twist, which I don't know if that's a reference to the previous Mr. Twist in the other series. I have no idea. But the story is, as you've been on here before, I'm a big Shadow Man fan, so I'm hoping that all this comes together. I'm hoping. They seem to be bringing back a lot of older characters. So, like, some old characters tend to appear. And I'm hoping Nettie shows up in this. I'm hoping that Nettie shows up. I don't know if she will. I don't think she will, but if she does, I'm gonna lose my mind because Nettie to me is one of the coolest characters in the whole Shadow Man universe besides Shadow Man himself. They got Jaunty in here, which is interesting. If Jaunty shows up, then I would hope that Nettie shows up, but we're gonna see what's going on there. After that, we ended up getting through Juice Squeezers #4. We ended up getting through the whole series. The series, I was nervous about it because I wasn't necessarily sure how a series like this could be 4 issues. I don't know if I'm that happy with how they kind of like ended the series. I don't want to talk about necessarily how they ended the series because it's not a bad book, but it also it kind of ended where it could be so much more than what it is. I have fun with it. Book 1 through 3 set up for like a longer run of the series. I don't know why they stuck with 4 on this. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe they originally thought it was going to be a good 6 issues, and they end up being cut off at 4. So that ended. It seemed like a forced ending, kind of. But I enjoyed it for what it was. But we need more of these, more Juice Squeezers. Even though this came out 2022, maybe something like that. It's pretty old. It's not mad old, but it's back there. You know what I'm saying? But we need more Juice Squeezers. I think this is a good series that should have another part to it. And then last but not least, for the weekly reads, something that I've want to be reading, been wanting to read for a while. I actually got a chance to read it last night. And this is I don't know how to feel about it. I like it, but I don't know how to feel about it. We're talking about The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man. This is the Image book. Invisible Man #1. They doing a Universal. Image is doing the Universal Monsters. I have the Dracula series and I have the Frankenstein series. I'm collecting the Mummy, so I haven't done that yet. And the Creature of Black Lagoon, I'm collecting those as well. I haven't got all those yet, but I like where this is going. I like the idea of this. I like how they are really portraying this character, the mad scientist, quote unquote, type of thing. I'm curious on where they go with this. I want to know how soon are we gonna be getting to the real madness in here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Image for doing this. I love the Universal Monster series run. I think it's a great idea. I'm hoping that at some point we get some kind of team. Who knows? There might be a Monster Mash kind of vibe going on. You know what I'm saying? Like they get all the stories out and then they just team up and do some. I don't know. Maybe they might fight each other. Like what was that show? It was not the show, but it was a comic book series. What was that? I can't remember I think it's called the Showtime or It's Showtime or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have it pop up in the video. I don't remember. But Invisible Man is pretty good. It just came out as long ago, so you guys still got a chance to catch it. This is one of the newer ones that I've been getting. So if you get a chance to check it out, I definitely recommend it. Check out Invisible Man. Those are pretty much my weekly reads, man. I read more than I thought I was gonna read this week. Granted, you know, I was having fun. I got lost in the books, having a good time. But in the midst of that, I mentioned that I bought some books, and I actually did. I bought quite a few books, and I bought some more today. We're gonna get into those. The books that I ordered came in from the book that we ordered, that we agreed to order. Cause I had y'all I wanted to know what book should I get, and we all went on the My Comic Book Shop together, and we ended up ordering books together at the same time. And those books came in, they showed up, and then I bought some more today, and I got some more right here to add, so I'm gonna show y'all. And let's get to it, man. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. My bad. All right, we back to it. So let's get into these books that I bought recently and ordered recently. I am excited about these books, man. And who knows, if we might end up doing this again, where we actually go back onto My Comic Book Shop and we do the whole dollar bin, pick up books. We're gonna be ordering books off of there. So I think it was cool. I feel like we picked out some pretty good books, but in the midst of that, we got some new books. So let's get to this. This is actually, this comic book is called Deluge. This is a Ignition Press book. I've never heard of this before. This is a company that I'm probably gonna be interested in checking out what else they have. I love this cover, by the way. This cover's mad dope. Deluge. I think the idea of this is gonna be crazy. I don't know what this is about. I'm curious as hell. Yeah, see that cover? There you go. Curious as hell of what's going on in here. I'm assuming like a big flood and I don't know, a sea monster out of nowhere. I have no idea. This lady right here got chains on her feet, on her legs, and then her head is floating like right there. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm looking forward to this. That's issue 1 right there. And then I end up, and this is what's crazy. I've never played this game before. I know about it. I 100% know about it. I know how popular this game is. A lot of people love this game. And the fact that as a horror fan, I haven't played it yet, but I've watched gameplay of it. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see what this comic book is. Maybe this comic book would get me enticed in buying the actual game and playing it. We're talking about Little Nightmares, Descent to Nowhere. This is issue number 1. This is a Titan book. This book, I can tell you right now, this book is one of those things where it's going to be mad popular. I didn't buy it specifically for that, but I know that I feel like those people that are fans of Little Nightmares, if you want this comic book, go to your local comic book store now and get it, because it's going to be off the shelf soon. Because I feel like once people realize that Little Nightmares came out with an actual comic book, because that's the thing, not a lot of, if you're in the comic books, if you're in the comic book realm and you collect comic books, then a lot of people, then you know this exists. But you have to be in the know. Like, you can't just be just a passive one, because this kind of slipped by a lot of people. There's not a lot of promo for this book. I feel like there should be a lot more with as big as that game is. They just released Little Nightmares number 3, right? Not so long ago. And so the fact that there's no conversation about this book is mind-blowing to me. But I'm going to check this out, man. If I like this, I might be a Little Nightmares fan. I got to check it out. This is the way that I feel like Little Nightmares is going to captivate me. I know the game is a big thing, and I never played the game. I only seen people play it. Great game from what I can tell. I just haven't really had that much. I haven't really been that interested in necessarily, jumping into it. There's so many other games out there for me. But as far as comic books go, I gotta check this out. This is book number 1. I don't know how long this series is gonna run. It doesn't seem like it's a one-shot or nothing. I don't see any one-shot. So yeah, maybe we get a second issue out of this. I gotta check it out. Little Nightmares though, I gotta see what's popping. You know what I'm saying? Following that. Oh man, I'm excited about that. The problem with this book that I have here is that I haven't even read book 1. Okay, so don't be coming here judging your boy. You know what I'm saying? You probably already judged me off of Little Nightmares, never playing that game and being a horror fan and a horror game fan, but it is what it is. This next one though, IDW, we talking about Event Horizon, Dark Descent. Listen, the movie, dope, okay? The fact that they made a prequel to this movie long after the movie was already like gone, it came out of nowhere. I don't know why nothing against Event Horizon. I just don't know why they picked this. I don't know why they picked this movie to do a prequel to. Granted, if you watch the movie, then you know that there was the prequel could work. I don't know why they went the comic book route. I don't know why they picked specifically this, but they did, and cool. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it at all. I'm definitely gonna end up reading it. I gotta read book 1 first and see what's popping, but who knows? Who knows? What's up, Sup? What do you mean by that, bro? I'm getting deja vu. So if you're getting deja vu, did that mean that everybody else is getting the deja vu, or? Nah. Why would I rerun a stream? So let's talk. What are we doing? This what happens when Saul gets into your stream, bro. Are you you trying to play Sonic today or what, dog? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Oh no, man. No. Back to these books, man. I won't be home till Monday. Damn. Then, okay. No Sonic, just Uno. Damn, for real though? Alright. Wait, can you, what days can you get to a computer? So, oh, you got a Steam Deck. That's right, you got a Steam Deck. What days? Listen, bro. You all can play Sonic, I can watch. Nah. Saw trying to be a cuck in Sonic, bro. That's crazy, bro. He got his little chair. He like, man, I'm just watch y'all play Sonic together. That's crazy. Got my Steam Deck right now. Yo, dog. Well, okay, there's a demo out. We're gonna get back to the comic books, but there's a demo out right now. Yeah. There's a demo out. Why ain't your chat showing up on here? Okay, never mind, there you go. There's a demo out, bro, of a game called oh man, I gotta send it to you, bro. But it's a shopping simulator game, shopping horror simulator game that we can play with me, you, Josue. I'm trying to get Lace on. Once I send you the link, and I feel like you to like it. You know, not a simulator, bro. I think you might like it though, Salt, man. It's good for the horror. You get your heart going, bro. Simulator is code for no, Salt, no. This is different, bro. Trust me. It's me. Come on. Name a game that's been typical of what it actually is or what it's called. Come on, son. It's me. Trust me, bro. It ain't a simulator game that's a horror game. Come on, Salt. I can't even call it a simulator game as much as it's more of a horror game than anything else. Listen, I think you will have fun playing this. But of course, at the same time, it might be a game that you're not necessarily even going to be available to play when I'm ready to play. So my life is in there. I don't know. Yeah, you think this is deja vu. Anyway, look. Let's get back to these books real quick. I got a lot to get to. But I'll play when you're ready. I got you, bro. This book here, man, it's kind of, it's interesting, man. It's called High Strangeness. High Strange. This is the only press book. This is book 1. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what this book is about. I bought this strictly because the cover is mad dope. I like the way this cover looks. I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious on what this is about. I think it's like a murder detective. I'm gonna try to guess and say it's a detective book that has to do with a murder. I could be wrong, of course. I could be wrong, but that's my prediction. You know what I'm saying? So that's brand new. They just started. That's issue 1 that just came out today. Oh, Salt, bro. Well, no, never mind. Next after that, we got this book. I got book 4. I believe I have book 5 of, but we talked about a little bit of this not too long ago. It's called Pastime. It's a vampire baseball book. Now look, I don't know. I haven't read book 1, so I don't I don't know how they entwine the vampires and baseball together. I don't get it. But I like the fact that it's two different things combined in a series. I'm curious. I have no idea. Pastime, this number 4. This is something I've been trying to catch up. Plague House. This is issue number 4 as well. I have issue 1 through 3. But I haven't read them. I haven't started reading them yet. So I gotta check them out, see what's popping. But I'm definitely interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the covers of that too, and the artwork inside. This next one, man. I bought this. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. This next one it's a cartoon that used to come on. This actually this is actually a beat 'em up game, I believe, that we should play. Wild West Cowboys of Mesa. Listen. I've seen this comic book before. I've seen this cartoon before, and I believe this is a beat 'em up game as well. This is a classic arcade game. I think I could be wrong in this, but I think this is a arcade game. There's a side scroller that would have been fun to play on stream. I don't know why they haven't re-released that game out. Granted, I guess it wasn't as popular, but I always used to play this game when I see it. It's a really fun game. It's really dope. So I had to check out the comic book. And I saw a little bit of the cartoon when I was younger. So why not, man? Cowboys of Mesa, man. Gotta check it out. I'm gonna see what's popping with that. See if it's something I can get into. You know what I mean? It might be kind of cool. If it's really like cartoony and really cheesy, I might have to pass. But the fact that I got issue 1, I'm down to check it out. The next one's up. these are the books that I ordered from my comic shop. The day that we was online, I think this was maybe like last week. We ordered some books from mycomicshop.com. We got into the dollar bank. It's a four-player arcade game. Yeah. Four-player arcade game. You get to pick the cows. I think the one is like blue, purple, red, and yellow, I think. And it's a pretty dope game, man. It's a shoot 'em up though. I think it's shoot 'em up. I don't think it's necessarily beat 'em up. But shoot 'em up, the Cowboys, so it makes sense. But we ordered these books from my comic shop, and they came in the other day. And these first two are possibly two books that I'm going to get graded and encased because I like the cover a lot. This is Shadow Man number 1, I believe. I think this is number 1. No, it's actually number 2. Shadow Man number 2, the E cover, which is dope. Yeah, with the TV show too. I watched a couple episodes of it when I was little. I don't remember them, of course, like verbatim, but I definitely remember checking them out. You know what I'm saying? It was something different that I was kind of interested in. I watched all that stuff as kids. My favorite cartoons were like mad random, like cartoons that nobody talks about anymore. Were some of my favorite cartoons of all time, like Mummies Alive and Men in Black. Those cartoons were amazing. Rocket Power was dope. Nobody talks about that. There's a bunch of other stuff that the people just don't talk about. I don't know why. Next after that though, from my comic shop, this is another Shadow Man cover. This is issue number 2. This is cover D. I like the plain cover. The Shadow Man comic books that are coming out, I ain't gonna lie, I bought them specifically for the covers. The covers are mad dope, so that's why I bought them. Then after that, we got The Brink of Destruction. I'm sure some of y'all remember this. We talked a little bit about it when we ordered it on stream the other day. I have issue number 1. I don't know what it's about. I haven't started it yet, but I didn't think I would ever find issue number 2. I had issue number 2 on my comic shop for $1, so I might as well check it out. Because if I like issue number 1, then I probably would never ever get a chance to find issue number 2. Not saying that's mad popular or anything. It's just the fact that some of these books are just tough to find. You know what I'm saying? And the older books are great. I love the older books. They're really cool. Next after that, let's see, Night Streets. When I looked at the cover, I gotta find out what this cat is doing. I don't know what this cat on this book is doing. I'm super curious. I wonder why. Is that the villain? I have no idea. It's the evil cat. This is a book that came out in 1986. So the older books, I'm a sucker for the older books. There's not a lot of like, think about the older books, man. Not a lot of the older books are colored. Like they don't really have a lot of interior art, like color-wise, but the stories are really interesting, really cool. Yeah, that was Rescue Ranger Cat. Okay, all right. I was thinking more Inspector Gadget Cat, but okay, all right, cool. Night Streets again. This is issue number 1 right here. I kind of like this cover though. This cover is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Interested in that. So, of course, these companies that produce these books are all gone now, but you know, it is what it is. This one, Feud. This is definitely something I'm interested in. I have no idea if this is going to like pertain. I believe it's one of the books that y'all picked for me to order, and so I went ahead and did it. Feud, 1993. Curious about this. I'm assuming there'd be some kind of gang feud, some kind of species feud, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out together though. Feud, issue number 1, I believe. I got this because of the cover. I ain't gonna lie. Killmore, IDW. Seems kind of horror-esque. We're gonna check it out and see what's popping. Eogenic. This is kind of cool. This cover is cool. I like this. I don't know what this baby is about right here. Go and definitely check it out. See, this is issue number 1 right here. This is a Boom book. When Boom put out a horror book or something scientific, it's like sci-fi. It's really dope. It's really dope. So I'm looking forward to checking out some of these. And the last one, this is probably gonna be the first one I read. Endangered. This came out in 2022, and this is a Blood Moon Comics. This is a Blood Moon release. I don't know nothing about Blood Moon. I'll probably end up doing research. That's what I end up doing when I buy some books. I end up doing research on the company, seeing like what happened to them, or who bought them up, or whatever. A lot of these older companies or independent companies that release books get bought up by the big guys. They just start to like close and then they get sold off. You know what I mean? So I'm curious of what happened to Blood Moon Comics, but at the same time, this cover is dope. Again, big bugs. Your boy's in, okay? Spider over the world, and it's called Endangered. I mean, come on, son. So this might be the first one I read. And that is the haul that I got, y'all. That's the haul that I got for y'all this week, man. I bought quite a few books and I read quite a few books, and I'm interested in. Of course, I need to scan these books to my CLZ app, which is cool. But at the same time, man, I read a chunk, which is good because I felt like I slowed down reading a little bit, and then it's different. I go on highs and lows. Like I'll read like 2 books and then won't read for a while. And next thing you know, I'm reading like 6 books a day type shit. Like I just get time to sit down and do it. Do you have a spreadsheet of your comic book collection? I do not. I have an app on my phone that keeps up with all the books that I do read. And one day I will show y'all that at some point because they have a website that you can like log into, and it'll be cool just to maybe scroll through the app and scroll through that website so you can see all the books that you have and be able to check it out. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that now. Besides, I got new books to add. Either way, man, it's dope to be able to do that. And I probably could. This is actually. I probably could add this to the. But I'm not doing that. Let me see. I need to put these away. But yeah, like I said, comic books, man, I'll be reading them and then I don't be reading them and then it's a whole thing. So I feel like I gotta catch up on a lot. But it seems like every time I read 2 or 3 books, I end up buying like 2 or 3 books. So it's kind of like 1 for 1. And when I have so many other books to read to even get to. But comic book. I feel like that's the life of every comic book collector. Like we got too many books to even count sometimes. But either way, that was dope, man. That was my weekly reads, my haul books, which is dope, and I'm excited to actually dive into those comic books because, like I said, the Space Ghost books have been fucking great. I don't know, they seem a little rushed, but the artwork, from the artwork to the storyline, I'm excited to see what this next volume is gonna do. I gotta jump into that really soon. The Species run, I'm looking forward to reading that. I think the Species is gonna be like. Because I've seen the second Species movie, but I don't remember. I don't remember it at all. So, hoping that that lives up to what I think is going to be. I don't think Species 2 and the comic book Volume 2 have anything to do with the movies. So we'll see. And I think that. I think the newer books that I'm excited about, I gotta get into Event Horizon. I gotta start that, and then I gotta get into this Pastime. Because the minute they announced Pastime, what it was, I was like, I gotta see this, and I just never read it. I got the books and I just never read them. The Empire's Baseball, I gotta see what's popping. Gotta get it in. So that's it, y'all. Now I guess we can get into some quick rundown on books that I read this week. Invisible Man, Image. I'm behind on reading, but I'm catching up on the news, sorta. Okay. Invisible Man, dope. Juice Squeezers. This is an older book though. This came out like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Juice Squeezers. This is fun. Big bug kind of book. The last one isn't the best. They kind of rushed it. Of course, the new Shadow Man, I read that. This is great. This is a great series right here. Started reading the Absolute DC Marvel, DC and Ultimate runs. I'll be honest with you, I don't read DC and Marvel, okay? But the that Martian Manhunter? Is that the book? That book looked actually pretty dope. That I like the name. I like how it looks. I don't know why they don't focus. I don't know why the MCU don't focus on characters like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Like, is he a newer character? Is Marshall? I mean, I said Marshall. Martian Manhunter like a newer character that they just put out, or yeah, okay. Cause I never heard of that dude before. I know a lot of Marvel characters, so I know more than just the average dude. So I never heard of him before. Invisible Man looks cool. Is it horror? It is for the most part. So Image Comics is doing a Universal Monster revamp in the comic book series wise. And so it's pretty dope. They got the Frankenstein one that's out and about. Dracula, that whole series is out and about. Creature from Black Lagoon is out and about. And The Mummy. So they pretty much got all the Universal monsters. I think they're missing Wolfman. I think that's the only one they gotta do. And I haven't heard anything about Wolfman being done. But they're doing all the Universal monsters. I'm assuming they're gonna be doing Wolfman. So the books are good. Frankenstein is a little but the rest of them are really good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at Frankenstein, but it's kind of cool. What's his name? Jeff Tynan? I think it's James Tynan. Yeah, James Tynan is writing them. Martian Manhunter is pretty OG in DC. Really? Oh, I don't know why I said Marvel. It is DC. I don't know why I said Marvel. I don't know who that is. I've never seen this dude before. You know what? No, rephrase that. I have seen Marshall. I keep saying Marshall. Martian Manhunter. I think I seen him in Justice League, I think I seen him in Justice League. He gives off that Vision vibe. That's what he gives off. You know what I'm saying? Like the green dude, he green with a cape and he just stand in the back and just chill. That's what I've got the feeling that he does. 55? Damn, I didn't know that. I mean, when they did Universal Monster in the movies, the Universal Monster movies are great. I love Wolfman. I think Wolfman and Invisible Man are my two favorite Universal Monsters, for sure. Yeah, the Justice League. Yeah, that's where I seen him from. The green dude. Yeah, he's very Vision-esque. You know what I'm saying? At least in the cartoon anyway. I can't believe I forgot that. So I guess he's not new to me at this point. Now I realize that. I didn't know The Mummy with Brandon Fraser was supposed to start in a cinematic universe. No, well, actually, they bringing that back. Actually, I don't know if y'all know about that. The Mummy and Brandon Fraser is going to be in the movie. It is going to be in there. I said it. He is going to be in there. They're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna try to redo the whole thing or make a sequel to the last one. I have no idea, but it is happening. And then I read Species. If you know about this horror movie that came out in the 90s, they got a whole adaptation comic book wise. I read this week. I finished this run this week, which was fun. Surprising how close it is to the movie. It's damn near the movie, but it's still good and fun to read. I remember Species. Bro, Species is dope, man. The movie, if you've seen the movie, then you read the comic, but there is 2 volumes of Species. There's 2 more volumes to Species. The first one's based off the movie. The other 2, I think it's 2 more. It might just be 1 more. But the other 2 volumes are based off of, I guess, outside the movie, something else. I actually start reading the second volume this coming week, or probably tomorrow or something. I haven't started the second one. I think the next volume after that is Species Human Race, I think is what it's called. I gotta check that out. It was a Tom Cruise movie that was part of the new Universal Monster movie, but it failed. Yes, that is true. I also read Space Ghost this week. I read this today. In the Space Ghost Annual, #1, the kickoff for the story arc, #2, the volume 2 of Space Ghost. Space Ghost is fun. I was talking about this earlier. I think Saul came in when I was talking about Space Ghost. Is fun book, bro. It's really fun, man. I got into it looking for like another superhero because the only superhero I really read about is Shadow Man, and then I got into Space Ghost thinking it'd be dope to see what Space Ghost doing. I started collecting the older Space Ghosts. I got a bunch of the older Space Ghosts. It's serious. No, it's a serious. This is a serious one. It's not Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Now, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, they do have a comic book series of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, and that is the comedy, which I have a couple of those as well. But this is actually serious. Yo, so what? You didn't know that, bro? Space Ghost was super serious. You know what I'm saying? Super serious, bro. He started off serious. And then him and Johnny Quest are getting together, which I don't really care for. Like I don't really care that much about Johnny Quest. I think Johnny Quest is kind of trash. But now they try to get them two into the whole we gotta work as a team. Nah, I don't need that, Johnny. Just go away. You would never. I don't think Johnny Quest was ever fired until he was hanging out with fucking Space Ghost. You know what I'm saying? I'm super serious. Now, the Space Ghost series. Have you been reading that, Neon? The Space Ghost series is great, bro. The only thing about Space Ghost, and I mention this all the time about my only critique about the Space Ghost series, is that it feels very rushed. Like they jump a lot in the book. It feels very rushed, bro. Bro, come on, man. This guy, bro. Send me some. All right, man. Why do you know the? Are you a Johnny Quest fan, bro? Like that? What's his name, bro? What's that dude's name? Are you a Johnny Quest fan? I haven't. I love Dynamite. Is adapting all these old IPs and turning. Yo, that's a very good point. Yo, Neon, listen, Neon, bro. I kind of like his design and stuff like that. Yeah, I do love Space Ghost design. Very simple design, but cool at the same time. And Dynamite is taking those old IPs and doing it. I champion the Powerpuff Girls series, bro. You got the Powerpuff Girls series. It is fantastic, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. Dynamite took that series. I forgot who the writer is. I forgot her name. But that shit is that book is funny. That book is hilarious, bro. The Powerpuff Girls books are great. And the other book I've been reading is Exterminators. I read this issue 3 right now, which is actually pretty good. But Powerpuff Girls series is fucking great, bro. I would never think it would be as funny as it is. If you like the show, you'll like the comic, for real. Then they got the Thundercats series that came out. That's Dynamite as well. They retook that over and been doing stuff like that. I watched Johnny Quest back on the day on Cartoon Network. I skipped over that cartoon so hardcore, bro. I ain't gonna front. Do you think Space Ghost stains his outfit all the time? We were having a great conversation, bro. We were having a wonderful conversation. And then, you get people that come in with comments like that. Kind of, a real buzzkill. You know what I mean? Oh, so, this dude. Absolutely not. He's a grown man from space. Probably still has skid marks, though. But, I mean, he's taking care of 2 kids in the series. Well, he always took care of them. Jace and Jan, he's taking care of them, so. And he's unmasked in the book, y'all. He actually takes his mask off in the book, which is kind of cool, because you don't know what Space Ghost looks like the whole time, and then he's actually out of the costume. But for the first time that I know, I don't know him to be out of the costume, because DC did a run on Space Ghost, and it was on like 6 or 7 books. I don't think he ever came out of the costume. In this Dynamite issue, he comes out of the costume. Like he's like a human being. He looks like a normal dude. You know what I'm saying? He's just kind of lit. I'll be like, do you think Space Ghost washed his outfit and with his normal? Yeah, or does he take it to the dry cleaners? What the fuck? He has a face. I never exactly, bro. Exactly, Nia. That's what I said, bro. I read the book and I was like, wait, is that supposed to be what he looks like, bro? No way. Like, this is him for real? That's crazy, bro. That Rey Mysterio, man, bro. I think, and then, who else is in the book? They got everybody in the book. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was in the Space Ghost Coast to Coast cartoon is in that book for sure, bro. Except the guest, of course. Let me say that part, because I feel like if I don't say that, Sauce gonna be like, what was Coolio in the book? No, he's not in the book. Okay. What about Seth Green? Is he? No, he's not. Everybody else though is in the book, bro. And the artwork is amazing. They took, I was about to mention another book that Dynamite. Oh, Speed Racer. No, wait, Speed Racer. Mad Cave Comics, who is possibly one of the best publishers out right now. Mad Cave is one of the best publishers right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. They got some of the best ideas, the best artists to do the books, the best, just like, I don't know what they got, like they on a vibe right now, bro. I'm telling you. You know how like when somebody see like when you see a movie trailer and at the end it's like A24 and you just excited the fact that it's A24 doing it. You don't care what the movie's about. You already in. That's what Mad Cave is like, bro. Anytime you see a book that Mad Cave is promoting, the story is unique, the artwork is dope, and the way they just like promo the books is crushing it, dog. Yes, Mad Cave is a printing company, the publishing company. It's fucking great, bro. They got some really good books out there, man. And they doing Speed Racer and they doing a Racer X series as well. I haven't shown y'all this. I don't think I have. Have I shown y'all these, bro? I don't think I've shown y'all these. The Zombie 2 series. This is a comic book series as well. I know I got the Zombie 1 series up top on top of my shelf, but I don't think I've ever shown y'all Zombie 2. I got this like a while back, and I was supposed to do like an unboxing video on to show y'all, but I got this one. As soon as it dropped, I got it. You can get these from the website Vinegar Syndrome. I think were we online? Did I stream myself ordering these? I might have streamed myself ordering these. Yeah, Dick Tracy's on there, the Phantom. Yeah, bro, you gotta get in there, dog. Mad Cave is crushing it, bro. And then the other stuff outside of the other IP, like the stuff that's like not an IP already, amazing. What's the book that got me on the Mad Cave? I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I fell in love with that book, and I can't remember the name of it. Damn. Hold on. I gotta find it. That's gonna bug me. Hold on. What's the Mad Cave book that got me into Mad Cave books? Publisher. And I gotta start reading my Mask book too. I got the Mask books. I haven't read a lot of them, but let me see if I can find them. But Mad Cave be putting them out, dog. The Devil That Wears My Face. That book is great, bro. I think Alex Cormack is the artist in that book. Dog, that book is beautiful. That's a great book. Skeeters is another one that Mad Cave done. You remember that horror movie think it was called Mosquitoes, where the mosquitoes were like huge and they was attacking people. It was like a old 90s B movie. Skeeters is pretty much like a big bug comedy horror. It's kind of like Eight-Legged Freaks but with mosquitoes. Charred Remains. That's another book that's fucking good, man. The romance story. It's a romance story called Love Me, Mad Cave. Amazing, bro. Fucking great. Gotta read it. That's a fun book. It's about a robot that falls in love with a human, and then the human is entwined in like some gang or something like that. And so the robot is trying to save the. It's dope, bro. And the humans and robots don't get along already. Fire. What else? I think their biggest book today is, well, I can't say biggest book because it kind of changed. Soul Taker is good too. And the Hexels. Oh, the Helix, I'm sorry. Those books are just, bro, it's so many books on that line that's so good, bro. Sounds like a campy, bro, 100%. Are those Freddy fingers on the gloves? Let's look. No, it's not actually. Those are syringes. Got syringes on there. I mean, it might be it might be a homage though. Let me open it. Let me take this out. See what this looks like. This is actually pretty dope, bro. I haven't even opened it, but this is the trade paperback. The artwork in here is great too. They did really good on this book. I don't want to put a crease in it by opening too crazy, but the artwork is amazing. Each of them come with like a bookmark type of thing. I'm not the biggest graphic novel guy, but certain books I gotta get. And being a horror movie fan, of course, I'm gonna try to get this when it comes out. This is, I think this was supposed to be like, not necessarily a sequel, but like a happen in the midst of. I think it's supposed to happen. I think this takes place in the middle between Zombie 2 and. Well, it says Zombie 2 on it, so that makes sense. It takes place in Zombie 2. Glossy paper. What games do we both own? Me and you? On Steam Deck? Speedrunners. Uno. I think that's all we got. I got something else. So when we doing another 12-hour stream, but we need to play. What's that game? What's that game called? It Takes Two. Oh, the other Mad Cave going to be the next image, bro. Look. No, I ain't gonna say that. No, Neon. No, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the next image. I don't think it's gonna be the next image. The thing about Image that I love the most, and nobody has accomplished this like Image. Image is good about taking an idea and making it weird. That's the thing with Image, bro. Making it mad weird, bro. You think they're going one way, you think they're going left, they don't go left, and then you think they're going right, and you find out that they're not going right. They going bro, I don't know what the hell they doing, but I'm enjoying it. That's the thing about Image, bro. It's so weird. The calmest thing that they have right now is the Invisible Man book, and that's just a structure. The mad scientist that takes this stuff and then he turns invisible. That's the structure of that storyline in general. So they're kind of confined to stay like that. But any other book outside of that, weird, bro. It's weird, and I love it. That's what I like about it. The randomness. You know what I'm saying? This, though, I have to start reading these. This is the other book that I was going to show y'all on a video. I'm going to do an unboxing of this. This series, I got to start reading. Now, I don't know if this is a movie. I don't think this is a movie adaptation, but it is like based off of, it is, of course, is that character or whatever. So I don't know where this takes place, or the timeline in between the movie as well as the comic books. As y'all know, I got Maniac 2 up top up there, and so I don't know. I'm gonna read them at some point. These have, I believe, 4 books in here. Let me just check these out. It's a hardcover case. It's a heavy case. And then they come with the 4 books. 3. I haven't even opened these yet. 3 books right here. Try to not get the glare on there. That's fire right there, bro. That's so dope. With the New York Ripper on there, I think that's what that is. The duck dude on the left side, that's New York Ripper, and then you have the last one right here. Now all these, and that's the thing. These are the sleeves. These are sleeves. Like these outside are just sleeves. The book is actually in there, and it's a different cover on the book. So I don't know what these books look like on the inside. If I had to guess, actually, it might be this, the back of this. It might be this. These might be the actual covers of the books on the inside of these sleeves that they got them on. I could be wrong though. I'm not 100% sure. But this shit is so fire, bro. And they got them packaged really well. And it's just for awesome packaging. Yeah, bro, these packaging are great, bro. Me neither, bro. That's one of the reasons why I got them. Each of these books come with like a bookmark and like a couple stickers in there and stuff like that. And then of course it includes the book as well. I love that it's such a hard case too, bro. I love like the fact that it's not like flimsy or anything like that. You can literally set it up on the desk and it just sits there type of shit. It's flush. It's bro. Vinegar Syndrome. Listen, y'all, this company right here, bro. Vinegar Syndrome. Great company, bro. For the B horror movies as well as comic books and stuff like that, they got a bunch of that on their website. I highly recommend them. Fucking great, bro. Do you read them carefully or do you buy them just to collect them? Both. I'm gonna get, the thing is I have so many already, Josue, honestly. It's one of the things where it's like, I have to really be in the mood to, like start reading them. You know what I'm saying? Like the day Shadow Man drops, like I'm immediately gonna go pick it up and then I'm reading it most likely like either that day or the next day. Like there's not really too much of a time frame, but even then I have to be in the mood to read them. I'm hoping to really be in the mood to read Maniac and the Zombie series soon. I'm gonna end up being at home. I got like a whole like comic book reading set up to actually read those books. Not specifically though, but read my comic books. I have a whole setup. I have like a whole specific light and all that shit. I do all that shit when I read books, man. Getting the Halloween spirit. Bro, try to, man. You know what I'm saying? Something light. You know what I mean? Because I mean, dude, like, I can't believe I actually got this. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna hold you. This is possibly one of the best, like, now it's not one of the most, I can't, cause they, the thing about this one, specifically, I bought Maniac 2 first, and because they ran out of 1, and they said that they weren't gonna print any more of 1, like 1 was done, and I was like, fuck, like, I ain't gonna read number 2 until I get 1. Like, it don't make sense for me to open. I mean, you know what I mean? I gotta hunt these bitches down. I was on eBay looking for them and everything. And then I was at Vinegar Syndrome because that's an actual store here, like actual physical store here. So I went there, and they just happened to have issue 1 in there. This is like months and months after I bought 2 already, where I was kind of just like wondering what was in there. And they had Maniac, and I bought it like almost immediately. Like there was no hesitation. I didn't care how much it was. I think it was maybe $30. Like it wasn't crazy, but I'm heading out because my break is almost over. Hope you have a good stream. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming in here, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to read more horror stuff, but I'm also trying to write some horror stuff. So yeah, no, that's the thing. But yeah, bro, that's all I've been really reading. That's what I read this week anyway. I picked up some books today, but nothing really too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I can't say that. I mean, Mad Cave got a book called what's it called? Pastime, and it's about vampires playing baseball. I was talking about that, and I've never heard of a story like that, and I haven't started it yet. I got all the issues. It's insane, bro. I just don't know where this is gonna go. What's gonna happen? Vampires on a baseball team? What is gonna happen here? It's too different. It's too different for me not to read it. But yo, have you read have you read Beneath the Trees? Have you read that? Beneath the Trees Where No One Can See? Dog. It's an IDW book. Bro. Fire, bro. That shit is heat, dog. But I'll say, like, new one, it came out, I think the first volume was last year. Like spring of last year or something like that. And it was easily one of the best books of 2024. Easily. And that's not just by me saying it. I'm saying like everybody was hunting this book down. It was one of those kind of books. And if you didn't get it, then you missed out for a little bit because they didn't do a second print on them until like a month or so later. Dog, the book is fire, bro. The first volume. The second volume, I'm not 100% sure. I've been collecting those. I haven't read them though. But that first run, man, there was copies of that book going, and we talking about raw, like no sleeve, none of that shit. There was copies of that book going for like, man, 100, 124 bucks or some shit like that. Like it was crazy. So you know if you got that book graded, that's $300 right there. Definitely was a good grade. That book was insane. And then they started doing a bunch of reprints now. You know, I guess if you have a first printing of it, it's probably worth the same amount as it was before, as far as like money goes. But if you like a murder mystery, this was the thing about this book, bro. I'm not the fan of murder mystery comic books. They take too long. Beneath the Trees is a 6-issue run. Issue 1, you're like, what is going? What? Hold on. At the end of issue 1, it's the end of issue 1 that gets you. It's not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, the first couple. You reading the first page and you getting it, but the end of issue 1, you in. Like there's no. Usually in a murder mystery comic book series, it like takes you like 2-3 books to get in. Fire, bro. Love an opening arc of Fables, bruh. Fables. I gotta wait. The opening arc. What is that? Is that the you talking about Fables, a comic book, bro? Or the game? Yeah, because there's a comic book of that, right? You talking about the comic book? Vertigo. That Vertigo did. I'm getting a little bit into Vertigo. Not the. Yeah. Okay. I was making sure. I'm getting a little bit into Vertigo. Just a little bit. I think. What's it called? Is DC Vertigo? Vertigo's DC, right? Or did they buy? Or did DC buy Vertigo? Where's Bigsby was a solving murder. I don't know about that one. Hold on a second. Put me on, son. What's up? Oh, you talking? Oh, he was a character in the film. I never read Fables though. I gotta read Fables. I haven't read that. Okay. They actually got rid of Vertigo last I heard. What? I mean, but no, what? But isn't Sandman? That's DC. That's Vertigo, right? I thought they combined them together. But of course, DC probably just bought them out type shit. Per usual. Let me see. Now I'm curious. I ain't gonna leave y'all in the dungeon. I got y'all. I was just typing it up and see what's about. Yeah, DC Vertigo, also in Vertigo Comics, blah, 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 blah. Give me like the history of this shit. Action section needs titles. Not really. 2024 relaunch. DC relaunch Vertigo with the Chris Core. Editor Black Label, blah 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 blah. So from DC Black Label to, I think so. If not, Sandman is yeah, for sure. And I'm not the biggest fan of Sandman. I'm not, bro. But I'm not a big fan of DC in general or Marvel. I don't really fuck with them like that. Like, I don't know why, bro. I just can't get into their books. I feel like, even though I want to read Swamp Thing so bad, bro, but I gotta start with the older shit, like the real older shit. That might be the omnibus that I do buy, is the Swamp Thing one. I feel like out of all the characters between Marvel and DC, Swamp Thing is very unique enough for me to want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to read a Spider-Man. It's too much of that shit. At the same time, it's Spider-Man. I get what your powers is, but I don't really know Swamp Thing like that. That's the only character I feel I've never really like dove into to learn who he is. You know what I'm saying? So he's just intriguing, bro. Hellblazer. I've seen these books. I like this art style personally. Is it part of the Constantine world? Is that DC as well? The Constantine world? You know, Constantine got their own comic book series. Oh well, I'm assuming it is. There's John's right here. I just saw Constantine, now I see John. So I'm assuming it's the same thing. It's kind of how like they doing the Spawn stuff. They're getting characters off of the Todd McFarlane. Listen, man. No, Todd McFarlane. Sorry. Todd McFarlane. The artwork is amazing, bro. Okay, that new Spawn stuff, and I don't even fuck with Spawn like that. I don't fuck with him. He's cool, but I just don't dive into. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm super indie. Is my point. But the books that dude, I'm not a fan of Todd's writing personally. I'm not a fan of Todd's book, like writing. His art style is amazing though. That run, he doing like 2 different Spawn spinoffs, and I bought one of them, not noticing that it was a Spawn spinoff. And I was reading, and I was like, "This is the Spawn spinoff." Like I saw the character's face. And it's the one with the little girl on it. I forgot her name, bro. I forgot the name of that book. But it's good, bro. Not the story, because I ain't finished reading the story. The artwork is amazing, bro. Spawn looks great art-wise. Writing is a bit 80s edgy for me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, dog. Like, I'm not a fan of the dude's writing. With the artwork, perfect, bro. Jeez, man. I love that shit, man. Have you read Golden Rage? Golden Rage, bro. Have you read that book? Now look, it's an acquired taste in books for Golden Rage. I don't know if everybody gonna fuck with Golden Rage, bro, but the book is fire, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Golden Rage, bro. Let me see if I can find it. Golden Rage, bro. Look, bro. Look, bro. Look. Check it out. I've talked about this series on stream a lot, bro. This is one of those books that I read, and I was like, image. Once again, image. Unique, never done before. Left turns. Image. Golden Rage is literally about a group of like older women that are casted out of society, and they live on this island. Like we talking about think about the Golden Girls. The world of older women is all that. Think about Golden Girls fighting each other, bro. Think about that. Like the Golden Girls were like a group, and then you had another Golden Girls group over here, and they just like fighting each other. It's lit, dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's lit, bro. But I mean, granted, overall the story is about like society deems you as useless, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's the overall kind of like message that comes off. Like they say we're like useless, but we're not useless at all. And they find out how to become a team and shit like that. Bruh. Lit, bro. The Last Man. I have not read that book yet. I have not read that book. I've seen it all the time. I have not read that fucking book. Is that a TV series? The Last Man. Is that a TV series? I thought it was. Bruh, like this is one of the very few times that I've read a book and became like a big fan of the art, the writer. I mean, don't get me wrong. The artwork is amazing. I love the art. I love this cover. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find this cover. I think Christy. Lauren was it Lauren Knight that did this cover? This you know what's crazy about this? Christy Williams is the writer. Chrissy Williams is the writer. Lauren Knight did these covers that are like amazing. Let me see if I can find this book. The art style that she chose for these covers is great. Hold on a second. She chose this kind of art style. This right here. This is so fire. I can't see. Where's issue 1 at? Why isn't issue 1 on here? Underage number 1. Oh, that's the actual trade. That's crazy they don't have issue 1 on here. That's crazy. Hold on. The cover that got me, bro. This right here, bro. This right. That's so fire, bro. That's so fire. Bro, the first page, they brawling, bro. First page, bro. Somebody getting stabbed with a fork. They body slamming motherfucker. This is the first page, dog. It's crazy, dog. Lit, dog. First time. That's the first time I read a book. One of the very few times I read a book, and I was like, whatever she's writing next, I'm copping, bro. Like dead ass. Chrissy Williams, dog, and this is the first book she's ever done. That's what's crazy. This is the first book that she's ever done, bro. She's only edited other books. She's an editor of books, of some kind of book. This is the first book she's ever done. Wrote. That's crazy, dog. And I don't feel like nobody is like giving it the respect it deserves, bro. Dead ass. Go to Rage, dog. You gotta check it out, man. Came out 22, but I read it. I think I read it last year. No, hold on. Did I read this last? I think I read this in 22. I think. Could be wrong in that. I could be wrong. I think I read this when it was coming out. That shit hard, bro. Crazy. If I can go to this Mad Cave website. I ain't been to Mad Cave in a long time. Go to this Mad Cave website, see what's popping. I've not been here in a while. This is what happens when you bring comic books into my, you know what I'm saying? I'm automatically just start doing this. Only 5 issues, bro. This is the thing, bro, about that. The five issues lead you to a second arc, I think. So it's more than that. It'll say 5 issues, but they did a spinoff, like, I think the following year, and it's called Mother Knows Best. I think it focuses on one of the characters in that book, and I think it takes place after. I haven't started reading it. I only collected it. That first run is so good, and I'm assuming Mother Knows Best is just as good. I just haven't started it. I knew I was just a fan of her, so I bought those books automatically thinking I'm gonna like it. Oh, what's that book called, man? I forgot the name of that. Paranoid Gardens. Paranoid Gardens. Oh, hold on. Let me just. Oh, god damn. God. This book, Dark Horse. Now this is a unique. This seems like it should be on Image. This book is different as fuck, bro. But it seems like an Image book, but it does fit Dark Horse too. We could read. But like, dog. It's this it's a 10 recommendation streak. Hey dog, it's lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be excited about comic books that are like unique and different, bro. It's just crazy, bro. I'll be like, why the hell ain't nobody heard about this, bro? Like, what's up? What's the deal? It's about this lady. I ain't gonna hold you. The book is good. I haven't. When I read a comic book, maybe a month later I forget it. I read this book a while back and I don't remember exactly the same stuff. I don't remember her name and stuff. But she works at this facility, and there is a garden. It's like a facility for like old folks, but it has humans and aliens and monsters, and they all like. It's a nursing home for those kind of monsters, like kind of creatures and monsters and humans and stuff in this. And it's all like old and shit. And she worked at this nursing home. And in the backyard of this nursing home is a garden that is actually like really dope. Dude, it's a good book, bro. It's good, bro. The characters in this, the look of the monsters, amazing. It's great, bro. And it's like a 5-issue book or something like that. I only ever heard about Marvel and DC, so this is great. Bro, you missing out on a lot, I ain't gonna lie. Because the uniqueness that the independent creators get a chance to actually do is just mind blowing, bro. Like, they push the envelope a little bit when it comes to some of these books that are just unique and different. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Marvel though. I get what Marvel and DC doing. They stick it to their core characters, the staples. You know what I'm saying? But these independent motherfuckers, dog, they doing work out here. Far down below, I haven't read this. I haven't read this, but I definitely got these books because not only do I like the name, but that first cover is pretty dope. I'm trying to find. Dude, he got a lot of books from the last time I remember, bro. This right here, bro. This is what I was saying earlier. Love Me, dog. The artist in this, dude, I think his name like Stefan or something like that. French dude, I think. Dude, the artwork in this. Can I click on this picture? Dog, it's this art style in the book. I don't think it shows any pages. Oh, dog, like it's. Come on, bro. This is the robot's cat. Dog, like it's that art style is so dope, bro. And not a lot of books can pull off an art style like this. But I would never think a story like this would work with the art style that they chose. Dog, so hard, bro. Shit fire. Mad Cave, dog. Lit. You know what I'm saying? Missing on the Moon. I haven't read this yet. I got book 1. Pop Kill. This book was huge, dog. This book, this is one of the very few books where the Kickstarter did like amazing, bro. Like really, really good. And then you had to be there to get that first issue. And then if you didn't get that issue, you kind of missed out for a while. And then it did really good, so they did reprints of it. But I haven't even read it. It's about like a soda company or something like that. 2 soda companies battle it out for like a formula of a specific type of soda, and it turns violent, just like something like that. I haven't even started it yet. Racer X, Skeeters. This book right here was so fun, bro. Soul Takers is great. I ain't gonna sit here and say I was in the early Mad Cave, because I wasn't, but like when I came to Mad Cave, their website, they literally only had like 15 books. Maybe 15 books. Dude, they got over like way over 15. This one right here, bro. This motherfucker right here, bruh. Dog, the artwork is amazing in this book, bro. I'm trying to find one. Look at this shit, bro. Oh my god, bro. I'm trying to find it's certain pictures in here that Alex did, dude. That's like, these covers are great too. That shit hard, bro. Oh my god, bro. And it fits the story so perfect. That's what makes it so much better. The artwork fits the story so perfect, dog. I became a fan of Alex Carmichael off this book alone. And he's the same David is the writer. He wrote Space Ghost as well. He's writing Space Ghost right now. So, I mean, he's doing fucking great, bro. Bro, I tell you right now, from the title to the cover, I was in, bro. The Devil That Wears My Face. Come on, son. Who names a book that? You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Lit. You know what I'm saying? I was there, bro. I can do this shit all day. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front, bro. I'm not about to front to you. Event Horizon. Event Horizon, bro. You know about this, bro. I know you possibly know about the movie for sure. You like horror movies, right, Neon? You know horror movie guy. Event Horizon, they got IDW is doing IDW, as you can see, dark. IDW, so they're doing horror series now. Even though IDW didn't really fuck with horror like that, they focus more on like Ninja Turtles. What's the other big title? I can't think of it right now. They got like 4 or 5 for sure major big titles. I can't think. So this is the prequel. Yeah, this is a prequel. And I don't know why they went comic book form with it. I haven't read it yet. But they got, it looks like it's going to be a 3-book run. This is issue number 3 right here. Is it? Are they doing a 4th? I did not know that. Oh, what? That covers, that's crazy. Listen, man. See? I don't want to look at it anymore. I gotta read it. I ain't gonna look at no more of that specific. That shit look crazy. It's a prequel. It tells you what happened. Cause you remember in the movie they mentioned the first crew that was on that ship. They mentioned that in the first movie. And so this series is focused on what happened to that first crew. before that the movie actually take place. So yeah, I had to get it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a huge Event Horizon fan. Not a huge one, but it was cool. And I was like, I like the idea of them doing it this way. I don't mind. I can get into this. I can see this. Cul-de-sac. This is a new one done by Bad Idea Comics. I don't know much about Bad Idea. I just know that the CEO of Bad Idea used to run Valiant. It was like I'm not gonna say he was the CEO of Valiant Comics, but he was over them in some power or something. I don't know what this is about, but I like the name and the art cover. The art style got me in. This art cover got me in. I haven't read it yet. And it's a 40-page book. This book ain't light. This is a 40-page book, which is a lot. That's insane. I'm afraid it might be a heavy read. That's my biggest fear. It's gonna be too heavy of a read. Got Captain Planet. I don't know if you've been checking Dynamite again. Old IP. Captain Planet got rid of the mullet, y'all. He ain't got the mullet no more. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do not like Mark Spears like that, I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Spears. His art, his covers. But he be part of some good books though, I ain't gonna lie. But Captain Planet, I haven't read these yet. I got book 1. But I think Mark Spears did the first cover. This right here, I think he did these. Am I correct in that? Yeah. He did these covers. I'm not the biggest fan of the gloss look on it, you know what I'm saying? But alright, you know what I'm saying? This cover's kinda cool. I like this. Captain, I'm curious what they do with Captain Planet, bro. I haven't seen Captain Planet in a while, so I don't know what they're gonna be doing. Super curious. These are books that came out this week, by the way. That was Captain Planet number 6. I did get this. I don't know what this is, and this is the only press book. Eye Strangeness. I'm curious on what this is. I bought it based off the cover. I don't really want to read the synopsis until I actually I'll read the book first, see what's popping. What else is on here, man? There goes the Powerpuff Girls and Thundercats. They did a Powerpuff Girl crossover with Thundercats, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a big Thundercat fan. I know, but I'm a big Powerpuff Girls fan. I didn't grow up on Thundercats. I guess I kind of missed the bus on that, and I don't really care to catch up and watch it. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, Powerpuff Girls on there. What? Yeah, no, I'm not a Thundercat fan, bro. I'm just, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I might have seen a good 2 minutes of the show, but I'm just not, bro. It's I feel like it's the same with He-Man, bro. I'm not a He-Man fan, bro. I can't get with it, bro. I'm just not, man. I kind of missed the bus on that, dog. I kind of missed the bus. I try to sit. Older cartoons are rough, dog. Older cartoons are rough. Definitely when you grew up and what I feel was the pinnacle of cartoons. You're talking about the 90s. I think the 90s were like the pinnacle of cartoons. Of course, you have people that would say like, you know, Thundercats was this and Silverhawks crossover. I think that did happen in comic books. I think, bro. I could be wrong. I think they did that already. Oh. Come on. Oh, they didn't. Okay. I thought they did. There's a Silverhawks comic book though. There's a Silverhawks comic book out right now. Yeah, it's kind of corny, but I like it for some reason. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was too hip to the corniness already. It's kind of like fucking Scooby-Doo. Like, I think Scooby-Doo is one of the worst cartoons ever, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Look, man, I think it's one of the worst, bro. Next to fucking Doug. We ain't gonna get into cartoon slander, because I slander some cartoons. Look, we got Little Nightmares, bro. I did get this book today. I'm telling you right now, bro, if you're a fan of Little Nightmares, go get this book. Mainly because if you are a comic book collector, I was saying this when I showed y'all the first time. If you're a comic book collector, go get this book. I feel like the moment, there's not a lot of promo for this, and there wasn't a lot of just talk about it. Not saying it was bad, it just came out. But I feel like the moment that people get a sniff of this book, not only is it going to be worth a lot, but it's going to be like just a good book to have. I haven't read it. I haven't even played. I thought about it. I haven't even played not any minute of Little Nightmares. I watched gameplay. I watched the playthrough, of course, but I know it's a horror game. Pretty good game at that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even. Yeah, this is gonna be a book that's hard to get. When they release a comic book based off a video game, they're hard to get once they're off the shelf, bro. So if you want this, pick that shit up tomorrow. They are hard to get once they're gone, bro. They usually do low prints of video game comic books. That's why comic books like Dead Space are hard to find. Resident Evil, that comic book series is really hard to find, even though there's a lot of them. And if you do get them, you're not going to get the older ones. You're going to get the last that came out. You know what I'm saying? The older Resident Evil comic books are rare and expensive. Super expensive. I'm still trying to find them and buy them. They're expensive as hell though. What else is on there? What else we got? Flash, I don't care about that. I heard good things about Exquisite Corpse. This might be one of the most popular books come out this year. I could have sworn I saw Silverhawks come out this week. Maybe not. Maybe not. What is this? Whoa. A book I can't read. That cover's cool though. I gotta use Google Translator to read this book. That's what I gotta do. Let's do that right now. Let me see what I would use Google Translator. I gotta see what this book is. Hold on. I gotta see what's popping. Hold on. I gotta see the name of this book. And if I can even pronounce it. Okay, it's called Darkness and Rivers. Darkness and Rivers. Other movie number 1? I don't think that's correct. Yeah. Darkness and Rivers. Other movie number 1. That's what that's called. I like that cover. That's pretty much all that came out this week. What is this? Oh, the Department of Truth. This book's been going on forever. I got a bunch of Department of Truth, and I'm not gonna read them. I feel like it's gonna be a series that I'm not gonna read. As much as like I thought it would be, I heard like the first 10 are like good, but after that it just kind of veers off. You can blame Neon Punk for this, y'all. We talking about comic books now. You got me on the. I was about to play a game and everything. Fuck that, bro. Let me see what's popping up. We're gonna do one more week. I gotta see what's coming out next week. I could do this for hours, bro. Last week we was on here and we were ordering books. I went to my comic shop, and I don't know if you use that, Neon. Do you use mycomicbookshop.com? Do you use that? Mycomicbookshop.com is a great place to get comic books. Dependable, and price wise, you might, of course, you gotta pay for like shipping and stuff. Price wise, they're not bad. You know what I'm saying? But they also have a dollar bin on there. And in the dollar bin, of course, every book is $1 on there. And you can, I used to find shops. Yeah, my comic book shop, bro. This place, this website. For a long time, I was like, I'm not using that. For a long time, it doesn't even look like it's reliable. Okay, it's very basic, bare bone. It don't look reliable at all. And then I started following some YouTube comic book people or whatever, and they always mention this place. They always mention this website. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me see what's popping. And I end up ordering like some graded comic books from here because I got a bunch of graded books on here. But last week we went on here and I found out they got a dollar bin, and I was like, word. So I just going through here looking at books that I want to order and stuff like that. We'll do that some other time. I already bought books today, so I'm not going through it. But maybe like next month we'll do that once a month. I feel go to the dollar bin on my comic shop and just order, because they change it every week, which is the cool part about it. They change it every week. So if you ever want to see what's popping, mycomicbookshop.com. Then they got a bunch of stuff. They got auctions that happen on there. Like I said, it's dependable, bro. The way they send the stuff, the way they track the stuff for you. They fuck up an order, their customer service is great. They haven't messed up an order with me yet, but I've heard people that have to deal with that. It's great. So I recommend it. Power Rangers, bro. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I've been kind of intrigued. Just kinda. Kinda. All right, just relax. Kinda. I might. I'm on the fence about that. I don't know how I feel about this personally. Don't know how I feel about this, bro. Because why the fuck? Why do the gargoyles need Fantastic Four, bro? Why, bro? Dynamite was doing great with gargoyles, bro. They were doing amazing. They got a whole run. They got like 4 or 5 different spin-offs off that motherfucker. And now they're here with that. What are you doing? Why is that? Okay. That's number 1 coming out, though. Let's see. DuckTales dropping. This the one. Bloodletters. This the one that, let me make sure. I like this cover a lot, bro. Yeah, this one. This right here. This the one I bought, not noticing this up top, Spawn Universe title. I didn't notice it at all. If I'm going to be in a universe, most likely I'm going to buy every book in that universe to catch up before I start reading it. The artwork in this is great. I don't know if they show. They don't. The artwork in this book is amazing, bro. And I only got to that part. I didn't really read the book. I looked through it though. Because there's some books that the artwork is really good, but the story just ain't it, bro. I don't like the writing of it, or it's just a super heavy read. That's annoying, bro. That's so annoying. If it's a heavy read, you got one issue out of me. I'll read that first issue. I expect it to kind of be a heavy read, but if issue 2 is a heavy read, I'm done. I'm over it. Like, come on, bro. Like, you got 4 paragraphs on here, and that's 1 panel, bro. I'm over it, bro. Relax. 30 Days a Night. Let's see here. They chose violence. I've heard about this. I never really picked it up, really. Did I pick it up like that? What's another one, though? Ain't really nothing popping next week. I mean, they got the re-release. They got a second printing of Event Horizon, but Electric Cowboy. Now this, I don't know nothing about this. I like this name. I like this name. I'm not sure about the book though. I don't know, dog. The name is cool. Is this a one shot? I don't know, dog. It looks like it might be just a one shot too. I like the name though. I ain't gonna front. Let's see what else is in here. I ain't nothing coming out next week. Well, save my money then. It ain't nothing dropping next week that I care much about personally. This was no, never mind. Alright. I don't know nothing about this. Ghost Pepper. I like the name of this book. I don't know if I like the look of it personally, but I like the name. It leaves me curious on what it's about. So what if it's a book about ghost peppers, like for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how like, you got a Popeye, you got the Popeye that eats spinach. What about this dude if he just eats ghost pepper and then it's lit? You know what I'm saying? Just saying. This looks fun though. I've been meaning to get into Godzilla books, bro. This looks fun. I haven't read a Godzilla book, bro. I got some. I just haven't read them. I got the Godzilla Heist. I think it's called the Heist of Godzilla. I got something like that. Godzilla Heist or something. I thought it'd be interesting to read a comic book. I think it's about Godzilla. A heist is going on, and Godzilla invades that town while the heist is going on. So not only is the heist happening, but the character follows the heist or whatever. I mean, the story follows the characters that are doing the heist while Godzilla's in town. I think that's what it's about, bro. Which is cool. Like, Godzilla is there. He's just a background character, but the heist is, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how these Godzilla books are to read. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't read them yet. I don't know. I would assume it's not a heavy read because everybody knows Godzilla like that. I would think it's like a smooth read. I don't think they really would have. I would hope they wouldn't just rush it. You know what I'm saying? Because they just take that Godzilla character and just put him all over the place. And I mean, I haven't heard a complaint about him. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. These books, they look great, bro. They look really good. Oh, have you read what's that book called? God damn it. I keep forgetting that book. What's it called, bro? It's a book about that boy that shrinks down. He's like he shrinks. And he's like living amongst the bugs or something like that. Like he's living amongst bugs in his yard. Kind of like fucking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type vibe. But he's like, but the bugs are like its own, of course it's like its own ecosystem, and the bugs have like a hierarchy and shit. And he's like, they're like got armies of like insects that are just literally killing stuff. Like, it's like blood and everything's all over. It's like crazy. I forgot the name of that book, bro. Is it Bug Wars? Let me see. Hold on a second. Yeah, Bug Image again. Bug Wars, bro. Pretty good book, bro. Pretty good book, bro. The first book, I don't remember if it's a heavy read or not. I can't remember. It's a good book though. I read book from what I've read so far. I have all of these, but I read 2 of the 5. Pretty good, bro. Pretty good, bro. 2 of the 6. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was telling the stream last time. Anytime some bugs are involved or in part of the story, most likely I am in. Like, I think bugs are some of my favorite characters in books, bro. Cause they're just like, it's either the bugs they don't give a fuck about people and they just doing work, just murdering, or they like have some kind of, they like funny in a book, like quirky, some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think they're hilarious, bro. Speaking of bugs, granted, I say that with Starship Troopers being my very first comic book I ever got ever in my life. But this series right here, oh my god, bro. A recommendation, dog. All 8 Eyes. All 8 Eyes. This is a Dark Horse book. It's only 4 books, which I don't know why. I don't know why. All 8 Eyes. This is a great book, bro. I don't know why it's only 4. Okay, I kind of get why they might. It kind of is weird how it ends like. It ends like it shouldn't have ended though. That's the thing, bro. This should have not ended, bro. Spiders, 100% spiders, bro. This should not have ended. Now, this is more of a serious version of 8-Legged Freaks. This is more of a, this is taken serious. Not a comedy. But it's the fact that it's only 4 books that's such a like letdown, because this deserves so much more than what it is. What year did this book come out? 23? Bro. It's only 4 books. Short. It's an easy read. It deserves another run, bro. These covers are great too, though. I love these covers a lot. These covers are really cool. Look at this, bro. This don't even look like a 4-run book, bro. Look at this. What are we doing? That's why this is the cover that made me buy the book. This is the cover that made me buy the book, bro. You gonna tell me just only 4 books surrounding the cover like this, bro? Oh my god, bro. Come on, son. Come on. Come on. Come on, bro. Look at this, bro. Oh my god, bro. What that last one look like? The King Kong homage, you know what I'm saying? I had never seen this. This look crazy though. Hold on. Go back. That's dope. I always like a comic book with a good reflection in it. You know what I'm saying? Like when the cover of it, the reflection of it, that reflection at the bottom looks cool. This is a book I would get graded for my own personal collection. And I can't wait to be able to, I've never sent a book in to get graded. I haven't done that yet. And I need to figure out that whole thing. I want to get my book, I want to get some of my books that I've just like impressed me graded. Like I would love to get Golden Rage. Graded. Let me see if it's on here. This is another book that this is the book I'm hunting at. This book right here, bro. This will be the last book. This will be the last book. This is the last book I'm talking about for tonight. This is the last one, bro. This book right here. This book right here, bro. Now I've only read book 1 and 2, I think. And possibly 3. I think there's up to 6. And I gotta order this from the website. I'm gonna end up ordering these. But this book is cool, bro. A Tap Dance Killer. This is about the actress Nikki St. Clair, as you read right there, a sweet gal out of the city. Um, but she gets cast into this horror tap show kind of musical thing. I think she gets like, if I remember correctly, she gets like hypnotized by somebody to make her do certain things, like of course kill people or be involved in a murder. It's the whole thing. But I love the artwork on this, bro. This is a fun crime series. This is really fun. The fact that nobody's talking about this is crazy. She has a whole group of people that she just hangs out with. Check, like, this the whole team right here, bro. The whole team, bro. You got Punchline right here on the right. I forgot these other two dudes' names because Punchline sticks out so much as far as like the way he looks is dope. Look at this, bro. That's a cool looking clown, bro. Come on, man. He was an ex-boxer, right? He was an ex-boxer and ex-boxer. He doesn't play Xbox, but he was a he was an actual Xboxer. I forgot what happened to him. I think like he lost a match or something like that. I forgot exactly why he quit boxing. But there's a total of 6. They only published nationally, I think, like they got through a big distributor. I think I only got to 4 for the big distributor. Then they continued the series, and I think it went to like 6 or maybe 8. Fire, bro. No one's gonna laugh at that clown, bro. This is like fucking, what's it called? Homie the Clown, bro. That's what. That's exactly what this is. This is Homie the Clown right here, bro. But this book is good, bro. This book is good, Ted. Yep, you wrote a pretty good book, bro. The artwork is great. The artwork looks just like the cover, which is always a plus. It's a good book, man. But all right, that's it, man. I'm done. All right, I'm done, bro. I'm done. We done talking about comic books, bro. If you just look, man, I try every time I stream I try to do comic book stuff up front in the stream so people can just like see what I got or whatever. Talk about comic books. I tend to sometimes I veer off and talk about comic books just like we did today. But we dove into some books, bro. I'm here to always help recommend books because there's a lot of books, definitely indie wise, that people don't really fuck with or talk about for some reason. And I think indie just is just fire, bro. Indie books are so good, man. Something unique every day. I get caught a contrarian because of that, because I don't really fuck with Marvel like that. So people are like, how do you not read this? I was like, bro, it's just, how much do I need to know about Wolverine, bro? Like, you can only make a dude with claws so interesting to me before I'm like, all right, dog. You know what I mean? Like, Batman is only so interesting, bro. Come on, man. How old is he now? Fucking 70 years old? Come on, dog. But Martian Manhunter does seem kind of interesting. I ain't gonna lie. I like that cover. So, thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, appreciate it. No problem, bro. No problem. You in the Discord, bro. You hit me up in the Discord. We can talk about comic books at any time you want, bro. I got a whole Discord channel dedicated to comic books. You just want to be in there talking about comic books. You can post what you got. I'm down, bro. We can talk about comic books all day. You feel me? But I do need to go. 4-hour stream, that's way over my limit, bro. I'll be